Hello friends, in last lecture we finished the exercise 12.1. Now here before we move to the examples we'll see some theorems related to the chords. So according to the sequence this will be our third theorem. Okay, so third theorem is equal chords of a circle are equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Okay, from for this chapter this is theorem number 3. Equal chords of a circle. See here, if I say of a circle or congruent circle is the same thing. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Okay, now what it want to say, if there are chords are equal, then their distance from the center must be equal. That we have to prove. So we have a circle and it has two chords which are equal in length. So suppose I have a chord AB, okay, and there is another chord, let it be CD, such that they are equal, and its center of the circle is O. Now, if OQ and OZ are the perpendiculars on the chords from the center, then we have to prove according to this they are equal, because theorem says equal chords are equidistant. That means their distance from the center must be equal. So we have given AB and CD are two chords of circle O comma R. AB is equal to CD. OZ perpendicular CD, OQ perpendicular AB. Okay, OQ perpendicular AB. When I say OZ perpendicular CD, it means this angle will be 90 degree. Angle OZD. Okay, that is angle OZD is equal to 90 degree. Now similarly, this angle OQB is equal to 90 degree. Okay, this angle OQB is equal to 90 degree. Angle OQB. Okay, angle OQB is equal to 90 degree. We have to prove OZ equal to OQ. So it's very easy. A small construction is required. Join OD and OB. Construction: join OD and OB. Okay, now let us see its proof. It's very easy. Simply, if it is possible to prove these two triangles are congruent, we can say OZ equal to OQ. Now, to prove these two triangles congruent, one thing that we can see directly is one angle is 90 degree. Now, we can also say OB equal to OD. Why? Because they are radii of the same circle. So, in that way we can say we have two parts. One is angle, one is side. Now, if you observe carefully, then angle is right angle and the side is actually hypotenuse. So here it is quite possible that we can prove these two triangles by RHS. We have right angle, we have hypotenuse. Now we need one more side. Now, but obviously we can't take OQ equal to OZ because that is the thing that we have to prove. It means now anyhow we have to prove this QB is equal to this dz. Yes, they are equal because these chords are equal, and we know that their halves will be equal. If the chords are equal, their halves will be equal, and from from the center, if you draw perpendicular to the chord, it bisects the chord. So we will start from that only. Perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects it. Therefore, I can write uh, QB is equal to, okay, therefore QB is equal to, or therefore AB is equal to twice of QB, and CD is equal to twice of twice of CD is equal to twice of DZ, twice of DZ. Okay. Now AB is equal to CD given. Therefore, I can write at the place of AB I can write twice QB, at the place of CD I can write twice DZ. So here I can say QB is equal to DZ. Let it be third. Now in triangle, OQB, in triangle OQB and triangle ODZ, OQB and OZD, and triangle OZD, I can say that angle OQB is equal to angle OZD, and reason, each 90 degree, we can say it is given. It is not the construction, it is given, each 90 degree. Okay, because perpendicular distance we have to prove equal, so it means it is given. So this right angle, now hypotenuse OB is equal to OD, that is radii of the same circle, so that's why they are equal, radii of the same circle. And then QB is equal to ZD, QB is equal to ZD, that is from third. Okay, QB is equal to ZD. So therefore I can say triangle OQB, is congruent to triangle OZD by RHS, and hence I can say that OQ is equal to OZ. Hence proof, OQ equal to OZ. That means the chords are at the equal distance from the center. So please note it down, then we'll see the next theorem. Okay, now next theorem we'll see, that is the converse of this theorem. here uh, equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Now, if the chords are at equal distance, then we have to prove they will be equal in length. So, next theorem is chords equidistant from the center are equal in length, or simply are equal. Theorem number 4. Chords equidistant from the center are equal. Okay, that means it is almost similar. Given AB and CD are two chords of a circle, definitely AB is not equal to CD. OZ perpendicular CD, that is this angle is 90 degree, OQ perpendicular AB, and also here it is given that OZ is equal to OQ. Okay, OZ is equal to OQ. So what we have to prove AB is equal to CD. Over there it was given AB equal to CD, we need to prove OQ equal to OZ. Here OQ equal to OZ is given. It is given the chords are at the equal distance from the center. So we have to prove that the chords will be equal. Again construction is same, join OD and OB. Okay, so given AB and CD are two chords of a circle, OZ perpendicular CD, OQ perpendicular AB, and OZ equal to OQ. Okay, so now we'll see its proof. See, it is almost similar to the previous one. Okay, again we have to prove those two triangles are congruent. So in triangle OQB, in triangle OQB and triangle OZD and triangle OZD. Okay, now here this angle is 90 degree given, this is radius, so hypotenuse, and this OQ equal to OZ given directly. So again we can say these two triangles will be congruent by right angle hypotenuse side. So angle OQB is equal to angle OZD, each 90 degree given, each 90 degree that is given. Then OB is equal to OD, reason radii of same circle, radii of the same circle. Then OQ is equal to OZ, that is given. Therefore triangle OQB is congruent to triangle OZD. Again the reason is right angle hypotenuse side, and hence I can say QB is equal to DZ. QB equal to DZ by CPCT. Now QB equal to DZ. So now therefore I can say twice of QB is equal to twice of DZ. Okay. Now twice of QB is actually equal to AB, and twice of DZ is actually CD. Hence proof. Over here you have to write a reason that perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord. As it bisects the chord, so twice of this segment will be equal to whole segment. So here I do write that reason. Perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord. Okay, so hence proof AB equal to CD. So please note it down, then we'll see the next theorem. Okay, now after that theorem number 5th and 6th. Okay, that I will give you the statements only and you have to prove it by your own. I will give you the its explanation in short, and then we come to the next theorem. So first of all, put it down. Okay, so next theorem number 5. Theorem number 5 says equal chords of a circle subtends equal angles at the center. Equal chords of a circle subtends equal angles at the center. So first I will explain you this theorem number 5. Okay, equal chords of a circle subtends equal angles at the center. Okay, now what is the meaning of subtend an angle? First of all, we'll understand that. Okay, so subtending an angle means, suppose we have a chord AB. Now, according to theorem, if there are two chords, then they subtend equal angle. So first of all, we'll see subtend. Chord AB, angle subtended by chord AB at the center is angle AOB. We can say if we start two rays from the end of both the end of that chord and towards the required point, over here it was angle subtended at the center, so angle AOB is called the angle subtended by chord AB at the center. Suppose if I say AOB subtend angle at point Q, then this will be angle AQB subtended by chord AB at the point Q. So required toward the required point will draw two rays that will meet that point. That gives you the angle subtended. Now according to this theorem, if there are two chords and if they are equal in length, then theorem says those two angles which will be subtended by these two chords at the center will be equal. Okay, so here AB subtends angle AOB. Now suppose suppose if I take another chord CD in this way, okay, then if AB and CD are equal, then according to this theorem, these two angles must be equal. Theorem says equal chords of a circle subtends equal angle at the center. Here we'll write AB equal to CD, so we have to prove angle AOB equal to angle COD. It's very easy. I will give you its proof orally. See, to prove these two angles are equal, we need to prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay. Now, AB equal to CD, given AO equal to DO, radii of the same circle. Similarly, BO equal to CO is the radii of the same circle. So we can say these two triangles will be congruent by side, 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 and hence by CPCT we will say that these two angles are equal. So that was theorem number 5. Now, theorem 6 is converse of this. That means if two chords subtend equal angle at the center, then chords will be equal. Okay, theorem 6. Theorem 6 says if angle subtended by two chords, if angles subtended by two chords at the center of the circle are are equal, then chords are equal. Okay, it's obvious. If two chords, according to this theorem, if the angles subtended by the chords at the center are equal, then we have to prove the chords are equal. So that means now here it is given this angle and this angle are equal. So again we can say these triangles will be congruent by side, angle, side. This AO equal to DO given, this angle is given. Okay, this AO and DO we can say radii of the same circle. These two angles given. It is given that two chords which are subtending equal angles. So AOB equal to COD. And again OB equal to CD are the radii of the same circle. So these two triangles will be congruent by side, angle, side, and hence by CPCT I can say AB equal to CD. Okay, so note down basically these two statements and then we'll come to the next theorem. Okay, now we will see theorem number 7 and its proof as well. These two theorems you have to proof of these two theorems you have to do by your own. I explained you in short. Detailed proof you have to write by your own. So next is theorem number 7th. Theorem 7th. Theorem 7th is of any two chords of a circle of any two chords of a circle one which is larger, one which is larger is nearer to the circle. One which is larger is nearer to the center. Is nearer to the center. Okay, in other words, I can say the longer chord of a circle is nearer to the center. Okay, so let us see how to prove this. Again, first of all, we have a circle. As I am asking you again and again that do draw the circle with the help of rounder and pencil only. Okay, because exact shapes gives you some extra information. Okay, so here I am considering this is the center. Now we have to prove the chord which is larger is nearer to the center. So I am taking this chord as a larger chord and this I am taking as the smaller chord. Okay, intentionally I took the chords which are not parallel. Okay, so that because parallel lines gives you some extra information. So here it is not given that chords are parallel. So that's why I took chords in such a way that they are not parallel. Okay, definitely that chord should be smaller than this chord. And by default, to draw the smaller chord, you have to go little bit upward. Okay, so we have chords AB and CD. Okay, from the center a perpendicular OQ and a perpendicular OZ. So what we have to prove, as it is clearly visible from the diagram also, AB is greater than CD, so we have to prove OQ is smaller than OZ. So let us see how to prove this. Given AB and CD are two chords of a circle O comma R. Okay, this is the radius. Okay, O comma R. Okay, further it is given OQ perpendicular AB, OZ perpendicular, OZ perpendicular CD. Also we have AB is equal to, AB is greater than CD. To prove, what we have to prove, OQ is less than OZ. However, it is visible from the diagram only, but we can't write in that way. Okay, OQ is less than OZ. That we have to prove. This is 90 degree and this angle is also 90 degree. Now a small construction is required. Small construction is required. Join COAO. Join AO and CO. Okay, now here we'll see its proof. Okay. Okay, so think for a while that how you will solve this. Okay, it is given AB is greater than CD. So we'll start from that. See, AB is greater than CD. That is given. AB is greater than CD, given. Therefore, can I write AB by 2 is greater than CD by 2, isn't it? If AB is greater than CD, but obvious half of AB will be greater than half of CD. Now half of AB is actually AQ and half of CD is actually CZ. Reason, perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord. So here let me write that reason perpendicular from the center to the chord bisects the chord. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, I hope up to this point it is clear. Now as AQ is greater than CZ, but obvious I can write AQ square is greater than CZ square. Okay, AQ is greater than CZ, so AQ square will be greater than CZ square. Now minus of AQ square will be less than minus of CZ square. Okay, you can understand this thing in this way. If I say 14 is greater than 3, but obvious, so minus of 14 will be less than minus 3. That means if I multiply with minus sign, this inequality sign will interchange. If it is greater, then it will become less, or if it is less, then it will become greater. Okay, now adding r square minus aq square is less than r square minus cz square. I added r square on both sides. Now instead of r, here I can write AO square. So AO square minus AQ square is less than, and here at the place of r I can write CO square. Okay, AO square minus AQ square. At the place of R square, on left hand side I kept AO because radius is AO, and over here I kept CO because radius is equal to CO. Now why I did so? Because now if I apply the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle AOZ, definitely you can see AO square minus AQ square is equal to OQ square, less than, and over here it will become OZ square, and hence I can say OQ is less than OZ, hence proof. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so here a small reason is required, that I can write AO is equal to CO is equal to R, and over here I can say uh, by applying PGT in, or if you want to write in a descriptive way, you can write also in this way, that in triangle AOQ, in triangle AOQ, by Pythagoras theorem I can write uh, AO square is equal to OQ square plus AQ square. Okay, and in triangle COZ, in triangle COZ, again by Pythagoras theorem I can write uh, CO square is equal to CZ square plus OZ square. Okay, in that way I can justify this step, and here I can write hence proof. So please note it down, then I will explain you once again in short, and then we'll come to the next theorem. Okay, now we'll see the next theorem, theorem number 8. So before that, let me explain you this once again in short. Okay, here it's given that if there are two chords in a circle, then we have to prove the chord which is longer or which is larger is nearer to the center. So I took chord AB and CD, considering AB is greater than CD. Okay, and their perpendicular distances from the centers are OQ and OZ. Now, according to theorem, as AB is longer, so it should be nearer to the center. That I have to prove. That means I have to prove OQ is less than OZ. So what I did, I started with AB is greater than CD. Then actually I tried to get the measurements or segments of triangle AOQ. So here AB by 2, CD by 2 gives me AQ and CZ. Squaring both sides, I got AQ square, CZ square. Now, as I want to apply the Pythagoras theorem to get the relation between OZ and these two sides, so I wrote it minus AQ square minus CZ square. Now, adding radius square on both sides, I got this. Now, here AO square minus AQ square, with the help of Pythagoras theorem, this is equal to OQ square and this is equal to OZ square. Now, taking square root, I got OQ equal to OZ. Now, we will see the next theorem, theorem number 8, that says of any two chords of a circle, one which is nearer to the center, one which is nearer to the center, one which is nearer to the center is longer. Okay, so this is theorem number 8. It says again, if there are two chords of a circle and this chord which is nearer to the center, here as AB is nearer to the center, then we have to prove AB is greater than CD. Okay, so again the same diagram will work. Given AB and CD are two chords of a circle, AQ perpendicular AB, OZ perpendicular CD. Now this AB is, CD is not given. Here it is given OQ is also, OQ is less than OZ. That is given. And what we have to prove, AB is greater than CD. We have to prove AB is greater than CD. The construction remains same, join AO and CO. Okay, so think for a while that how you will prove this, then I will give you the its proof. The one thing I am giving you a hint that solution of this theorem or the proof of this theorem is already given on your screen. So try to connect how it is given on the screen and then I will explain you. Okay, so see, proof is already given on the screen. How? It is given OQ is less than OZ. So if I start from this point, OQ is less than OZ. Definitely I can write OQ square is less than OZ square, isn't it? Squaring both sides. Now OQ square can be written as AO square minus AQ square. With the help of Pythagoras theorem, I can write OQ square is equal to AO square minus AQ square. Similarly, OZ square is equal to CO square minus CZ square. Now, at the place of AO and CO, I can write R square. Now, cancelling this R square, I will get minus AQ square is less than minus CZ square. Now, when I cancel this minus sign, this inequality sign will revert. As it is less than, here it will become greater than. Then taking a square root, I will get AQ equal greater than CZ. Now AQ can be written as AB by 2 and CZ can be written as CD by 2. So here AB is greater than CD, cancelling by 2 from both sides. So here you can say the proof is given on the screen, just you have to note it down from the last step to the first step. Definitely you have to change little bit over here. Okay, so here you have to write this is the hence proof and this is the given. Okay, so please note it down in that way. That will give you a different way to remember these proofs. So note it down, then we'll come to the next one. Here I can say I started proof from this. Okay, so I hope you noted down this. Now we'll start questions related to these theorems, and then after finishing this examples and exercise, again we come to the next set of theorems. Overall, in this uh, in this chapter, we have to see 17 theorems. Okay, out of 17, we solved 8. So 9 theorems we have to see more. Okay, so let us start questions. So, okay, so very first question is from page number 628. Page 628, example number 1. If two chords of a circle, question is if two chords of a circle are equally inclined are equally inclined to the diameter through their point of intersection through their point of intersection, prove that chords are equal. Prove that chords are equal. Okay, so uh, two chords of a circle are equally inclined. So first of all, we'll understand what does it means of inclination. So first of all, we have a circle. Okay, so it is given if two chords of a circle are equally inclined to the diameter. So first of all, we'll draw the diameter. So let this is the first chord and let this is the second chord. Now it is also given they are inclined to the uh, chord, inclined to the diameter through their point of intersection. So let us the chords AB and CD meets at point Q. O is the center of the circle, and this angle inclination, that means this chord CD is inclined to the chord, so this angle 1 is equal to this angle 2. Or in other words, if I say this point is let this point is x and this point is y, it means angle DQY is equal to BQY. That is the given information. So inclination means that the angle between the chord and the whatever is the side. Here they are asking about the diameter, that means angle between the chord and the diameter is equal. Okay, so given AB and CD are two chords, AB and CD are chords of a circle O comma R. Okay, AB and CD meets at Also angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Now what we have to prove, the chords are equal. Okay, so let us see how to prove this. That means we have to prove AB equal to CD. Okay, so here I can write to prove AB is equal to CD. A small construction is required. See, draw OM and ON. Okay, OM perpendicular CD. That gives you, this angle is 90 degree and this angle is 90 degree. So draw OM perpendicular CD, that is angle, draw perpendicular ON CD, that is angle ONQ is equal to 90 degree. Draw perpendicular OMAB such that angle, so that angle OMQ is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so now we'll see its proof. So see, right now we saw a theorem that says if we draw a perpendicular, if the perpendicular distance of the chords are equal from the center, then chords are equal. If I say the chords are equidistant from the center, then they are equal in length. That means if I want to prove AB equal to CD, so actually if I prove ON equal to OM, that means if I prove the distance of these two chords from the center is equal, I can say definitely chords will be equal. Okay, so here I am trying to prove ON equal to OM, and it is very easy. This one angle is 90 degree. Okay, by construction this angle 1 equal to 2 it is given, and this QO will be common. So these two triangles will be congruent by angle side. Okay, and by CPCT I can say ON equal to OM, so AB equal to CD. So proof in triangle ONQ, and triangle OMQ and triangle OMQ, I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is given. Then angle ONQ, then angle angle ONQ is equal to angle OMQ. Here I can write each 90 degree by construction, and OQ equal to OQ, and OQ is equal to OQ, that is common. And hence I can say triangles are congruent. Therefore triangle ONQ is congruent to triangle OMQ by angle side, and as the triangles are congruent, I can say ON is equal to OM by CPCT. But these are the perpendicular distances from the of the chords from the center. Okay, here I do write, but ON and OM are the perpendicular distances, of the chords from the center, Therefore, so chords must be equal. So chords must be equal. Therefore, AB is equal to CD. Hence, proof. So, please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we'll see the next question, that is example number 2. From the same page number, that is 6 to 8, example number 2. Okay, example 2 says that in the figure AB and CD are in the figure AB and CD are equal chords of a circle, equal chords of a circle whose center is O, whose center is O. If OM perpendicular AB, if OM perpendicular AB and ON perpendicular CD, prove that. Okay, we have to prove two things. Prove that. The first one is angle OMN, angle OMN is equal to angle ONM, and angle AMN MNC. Angle AMN is equal to angle MNC. Okay, so here figure is given. So first of all, we will draw a circle. Okay, now here it is given AB and CD are two equal chords. This is AB and this is CD. They are equal in length. Okay, they are not looking equal, so let me draw it again. Yes, AB and CD are two chords which are equal in length. Okay, further it is given in the figure AB and CD are two equal chords of a circle with center O. Okay, this is the center O. Okay, also it is given OM perpendicular AB. Okay, so OM perpendicular AB and ON perpendicular CD. Okay, and ON perpendicular CD. This is ON. Okay, so we have to prove angle OMN. That means if I join this, then this angle OMN and ONC, that I have to prove equal. So it's very easy. See, chords are equal. It is given. As chords are equal, so they must be at equidistance from the center. That means OM equal to ON. Now in a triangle, if two sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. So I can say these two angles will be equal. Now what about AMN? Angle AMN. That means this angle. AMN, as these two angles are equal. Okay, no, we can't say yes, definitely we can say there is 90-degree. Okay, these two are already equal, so but obviously these two will be equal. So let us see how to prove this in steps. So AB and CD, given AB and CD are two chords, AB and CD are two chords of circle O comma R. AB is equal to CD. Okay, OM perpendicular AB, OM perpendicular AB and ON perpendicular CD, that is given. Okay, to prove angle OMN is equal to angle ONM, and angle AMN is equal to angle MNC. Okay, although construction is not required, still let us see. Okay, it is not required. It's very easy actually. Only thing that it will take time to write. So it is given AB equal to CD. See, OM and ON are perpendicular distances of chords AB and CD respectively from the center. Okay, OM and ON are the perpendicular distance of chord AB and CD respectively from the center, and AB and CD are equal, and AB and CD are equal. So are equal. Therefore, I can write, therefore OM is equal to ON. Okay, therefore OM equal to ON, as these are the perpendicular distances from the center to the chord, and the chords are equal, and we know equal chords are at the equal distance from the center. So OM equal to ON. Now in triangle OMN, OM is equal to ON. Therefore, I can write angle ONM. ON is equal to OM. Therefore, angle OMN is equal to angle OMN is equal to angle ONM. Angle ONM. Okay, here I can write from first. I took this information from first. Okay, these two angles are equal. Reason, in a triangle, angle opposite to, see again here still in the circle we need the concept of triangle. In a triangle, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So here I can write first of all, hence proof first. Okay, reason, in a triangle angles opposite to equal sides are equal. That is the reason behind this. So here I got the proof of first one. Now next I have to prove angle AMN. So for a while, if I say this is angle 1, this is angle 2, so I have to prove AMN. See, it's very simple. This angle is equal to this, these two are also equivalent. Sum of these three is 180 degrees. So, but obvious angle 1 and 2 will be equal. So, uh, here okay, now I can write angle 1. See here I am this saying this is angle 1. This is angle 1. Okay, and this angle I am taking as angle 2. That means AMN as angle 1 and CNM as angle 2. Now angle 1 plus angle OMN plus angle OMN plus angle OMB plus angle OMB is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle OM, at the place of OMN I am writing angle ONM plus 90 is equal to 180. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle ONM is equal to 90. Let it be equation number 3. Sorry, equation number 2. Now, okay, here reason linear pair axiom. Here I can write angle OMN is equal to angle ONM from let it be second. Okay, from second. Okay, from second. So here I'll take this as equation number 3. Now again angle 2 plus angle ONM plus angle O. Okay, now I am taking this angle 2 plus angle ONM plus angle OND plus angle OND is equal to 180. So here I will get angle 2 plus angle ONM plus 90 is equal to 180. So here I do get angle 2 plus angle ONM is equal to 90. This is 4. So from third and fourth simply I can say angle 1 equal to angle 2. Okay. From third and fourth angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Therefore angle 1 is actually angle AMN. Therefore angle AMN is equal to angle MNC. Hence proof second. Here I put the second one. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we'll next question. It is example number 5 from next page, that is 6 629. Page number 629, example number 5. Okay, in figure, equal chords AB, in figure, equal chords AB and CD of a circle with center O, of a circle with center O, cut at right angle at E. Cut at right angle E. Okay, cut at right angle at E. If M and N are the midpoints of, if M and N are midpoints of AB and CD respectively, then show that OM is a square. Okay, so here you need the properties of square. So first of all, let's draw the diagram. Okay, so here there is a circle AB and CD. So these are the chords AB, and let this is the chord CD. Okay, A, B, okay, and CD. Yes, C, D. This is the point of intersection E, and this is 90 degree. That is given. Okay, it is also given they are equal. So AB and CD are equal chords. Okay, they meet at point O. Sorry, they meet at point E, and O is the center of the circle. Then this quadrilateral. This is also given that perpendicular from these 2 points have been drawn. Okay, I have to change this a little bit, okay, to make it exactly at least look like a square. Okay, this is point E. Okay, A, B, C, D. This is point E, and the perpendicular from O. M and N are the midpoints of. M is the midpoint of AB, N is the midpoint of CD. This is point O. So we have to prove OMEN is a square. See, it's very, very, very easy. To prove it's a square, there are two ways to prove a quadrilateral is a square. First of all, it is required to prove it's a parallelogram. And then one pair of adjacent side equal, that is all sides equal, and one angle 90 degree. So here one angle is 90 degree already given. If it is possible to prove it's a parallelogram, then it is very easy. But here if it is not possible to prove parallelogram, or if it is take more time to prove it's a parallelogram, then better to prove all sides equal, okay, or better to prove all angles are 90 degree. So here it is easy to prove all angles 90 degree. One angle is 90 degree, it is already given. Now it is given that M is midpoint, and we know there is a theorem which says a line segment joining the center and the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So in this way you will get this angle 90 degree. Similarly, for this chord, N is midpoint of the CD. So line segment joining the center and the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So this angle is 90 degree. as three angles of this quadrilateral is 90 degree, but obviously the fourth one will be 90 degree, so we can say it's a square. That is the one way. Now you might say it might be a rectangle as well. So here we can say this ON equal to OM, because AB and CD are equal. So as two chords are equal, they are at the equal distance from the center. That means OM equal to ON. So we can say quadrilateral in which a pair of adjacent sides is equal and all angles 90 degrees is a definitely square. So in that way we can prove it's a square. So let us see its proof stepwise given in the figure. Okay, in the figure AB and chord AB and CD, chords AB and CD meet at E, such that angle E is equal to 90 degree. Such that angle E is equal to 90 degree. Also AB is equal to CD. M and N are midpoints of AB and CD, or midpoints of AB and CD respectively. Okay, that is the given information. Okay, actually this is not the complete given information. We have to write something more in the given. Yes, that is the complete information. And to prove quadrilateral OMEN is a square, that we have to prove. Okay, so let us start its proof. It's not that much difficult. In one statement, that a line segment joining the midpoint and the center of the circle is perpendicular to the chord gives me these two angles 90 degree. Okay, so line segment joining the center and the midpoint of the chord, is perpendicular to the chord, and this statement gives me, therefore I can write angle OME, therefore angle OME is equal to 90 degree and angle ONE is equal to 90 degree. Let it be first. Now chord AB and CD, now angle MEN, now angle MEN is equal to 90 degree. That is given directly. Let it be equation number 2. Now in quadrilateral OMEN, by angle sum property of quadrilateral, I can write angle O plus angle OME plus angle ONE plus angle MEN is equal to 360. Therefore angle O plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 is equal to 360, and therefore angle O is equal to 90 degree. Let it be equation number 3. Okay, so from first, second and third, all angles of quadrilateral OMNE are 90 degree. Okay, from first, second and third, all angles of quadrilateral OMEN are 90 degree. Let it be statement number 1 in this way. Okay. Now here I can say it's definitely either it's a square or it's a rectangle. Now to prove it's a square, now uh, equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Therefore I can write OM equal to ON. OM equal to ON. Let it be. Okay. I'm taking this one as fourth only and this as fifth only. So now fourth and fifth we can say OMEN is a quadrilateral having all angles 90 degree and one pair of adjacent sides equal. Okay. From fourth and fifth quadrilateral OMEN uh, has all angle 90 degree and uh, one pair of adjacent side and one pair of adjacent sides equal. Okay. Therefore I can say quadrilateral OMEN is a square. Hence proof. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we will see the next question. Okay, next question I'm taking from page number 630, example number 7. Page number 630, example 7. Bisector AD of angle BAC, bisector AD of angle BAC of triangle ABC passes through the center O, passes through the center O of the circumcircle of triangle ABC. Center O of the circumcircle of triangle ABC as shown in the figure. Okay, show that AB equal to AC. Show that AB is equal to AC. Okay, so again here we have a circle. Okay, and in this circle there is a triangle ABC. Okay, triangle ABC, and this bisector AD passes through the O. Okay, this is triangle ABC. So we have to prove AB is equal to AC. We have to prove AB equal to AC. So in short, we have to prove these two triangles congruent. So let us see how to prove. So given what we have given in circle O comma R, triangle ABC, or circle O comma R is circumcircle of triangle ABC. AD bisects angle BAC. Angle BAC, that is angle 1 is equal to angle 2. AD passes through point O. Okay, so to prove AB equal to AC, to prove AB is equal to AC. So let us see how to prove this. See, we need to prove AB equal to AC. So one angle is given directly and this is also given directly. So I think a construction is required over here. If I construct this, see in this anyhow we need one more side. If I talk about triangle AB, this point is O, ABO and ACO. So one angle is equal to angle 2, AO is common, and BO equal to CO we can say, but that is not any congruency rule. Side angle isn't any congruency rule. So anyhow we need one more angle that I can say for this triangle to be equal. Okay, so now see here I can say BO is equal to CO. Okay, so I can say these two angles will be equal. See, in triangle BOA, I can say BO equal to AO. So for a while, let I say this angle is X. So I can say angle X is equal to angle 1. Okay, because in a triangle, if two sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. Similarly, in triangle AOC, if I say this angle is Y, so I can say Y is equal to angle 2. Now 1 is equal to 2, X equal to 1, Y equal to 2, 1 equal to 2, so X equal to Y. Now I will come to these two triangles, and by angle side I can say triangles are congruent. So a small construction is required. Join BO and CO. Join BO and CO. Now let us see its proof. Okay, in triangle AOB, in triangle AOB, BO equal to AO. In triangle AOB, BO is equal to AO. Radii of same circle. Okay. Therefore, I can say opposite to BO I have angle 1. So angle 1 is equal to X. Let it be 1. Now in triangle, now in triangle AOC, in triangle AOC, again I can write AO equal to CO, or CO is equal to AO. Reason again, radii of same circle, radii of same circle, AO equal to CO, and therefore I can say angle 2 is equal to angle Y. Let it be second. Now what is the reason behind this and this? Reason for this is, in a triangle, angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, here is no space is not there, so I am writing reason over here. In a triangle, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, that you have to write here again. I'm not writing that, it's okay. Now from 1 and 2, from first and second, from first and second, I can say x equal to y, let it be third. Or if you want to write in a little bit proper way, angle x and angle y. Okay, so angle x is equal to angle y, let it be third. Now, we'll come to the triangle AOB and AOC. Now, in triangle AOB and triangle BOC, see, it is almost done. Now, x equal to y, we proved 1 equal to 2, that is given, and I can say AO equal to AO common, or I can say BO equal to CO. In both the ways, I can say triangles will be congruent to each other. So now, okay, so angle 1 is equal to, or angle x is equal to angle y, that is from third. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is given, and AO is equal to AO, that is common. Therefore triangle AOB is congruent to triangle BOC by angle side, and hence I can say AB is equal to BC. Hence I can say AB is equal to BC. AB is equal to BC, not AB is equal to AC. Angle AOB, and here I wrote incorrect, angle triangle AOC. Okay, triangle AOC, so AB equal to AC by CPCT. Hence proof. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now in next lecture we'll continue with exercise 12.2. Okay, so till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.